No, that wasn't that what?
It's never
I wasn't holding it. I was pushing it down, and you were just there like.
Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode of the vlogs. I've got my smoothie this morning, some frozen fruit, some protein powder, some oats to start the morning off right. We've got Yam trying to dig underneath the building. Hopefully he can come out. I've got some treats for him as well to make sure he's been rewarded for being a good boy. But we've got some gorgeous water and a gorgeous sunrise this morning. So let's try and appreciate that, get on the water and have a good time. And here he is. Yes, good boy. So let's get on the water. And we've made it outside of Caversham to go get some. What was that? Yes! To go get some fuel, because remember food is fuel, and unfortunately the chef here at the Caversham has been taking a couple of days off, so he's not here to make breakfast. So we're going to go to the supermarket and get some breakfast with Edward. How was your row, Edward?
Yeah, it was good, making some improvements on last time.
Yeah. Very sunny. Did you enjoy rowing in the sun?
Yeah, it's alright. It's fine here because the sun's not like always in your face like it is at the under.
Yes. And now, time to go get some food. How are you? And we've made it back to Caversham and we've got some delicious bread and food to go in the bread to fuel up this morning after the session, because remember food is fuel. So we're going to head upstairs and then head back downstairs and collect Yam from his adventure. How are you? And we've made it outside of Caversham once more, post-fueling up on the cheese and onion, tuna and sweet corn baguette. But we're talking about appreciating where we are, appreciating the opportunities we all get, and thank you very much to the Yam Squad. Appreciating the sun that's out, appreciating the water and the opportunities that I get, and hopefully you guys can appreciate the opportunities that you get. As always, it doesn't matter what we're doing, someone will always want to do that. So it's kind of just putting things in perspective and thinking, okay, well, I don't really want to get up and go to work, or get up and go to training, or get up early, or go do something. Some people will jump at the opportunity that you all have, and so just embracing what you're able to do and what you can do and take full advantage of what you can do. So that hopefully that makes some sense. Just after Thanksgiving yesterday, so giving thanks for the things that I have that I can do, Yam included. Isn't that right? But also just hoping that the Yam Squads can also be thankful and appreciating the opportunities that we all have. But now, as always, after fueling up and a little bit of recovery and walking Yam, it's time to go back on the water for our next session. And that is going to be some higher rate pieces once again in the pair with Stanhope. So I think maybe tomorrow or some point next week we'll talk a little bit about the techers of the pair, or my rowing techers, my pair rowing technique that I think has been improved like I mentioned before. But Yam's having a lovely little drink, and then now we'll get on the water. Oh, you. And we've made it outside of Caversham once more post-session, and we're getting the actual boathouse itself all cleaned up, but awesome water out here, and really appreciating the opportunity to be out here with some flat water. And it's awesome to get the opportunity to really sort of double down on the focus on the techers. When the water is that flat, it's really easy to feel what you're doing to the boat rather than what the water is doing to the boat. Obviously, it's such a privileged position to be here, to be on this water, so really thankful for it. And thank you to the Yam Squad, thank you to Leander for the opportunity to be here today, and those pieces as well. So that was a little higher intensity again, getting onto that race pace for the testing and whatnot going ahead in the next couple of weeks with the sort of Leander Club, just to keep on with the rankings and to keep on with the variation. But it's really the feeling of collecting the boat and squeezing it through the drive and not just working hard for the sake of working hard is really sort of coming along nicely. So we're feeling like we're getting good speeds, and it's a case of producing it for a long period of time over a 2K. So that was a shorter, higher intensity piece, and we have to be able to do that for at least 2K, because that's obviously 2K is the distance in which we race over. But tomorrow we have one of those, we have a 2K piece. Hopefully I can get it filmed, but if I don't, I'll talk you through the process. But tomorrow we get to go down the course in Anger to see how we do against everyone here at Leander Club, or here training with Leander Club here at Caversham. So again, another opportunity tomorrow to see how fast we can go, and again, really thankful for that. But now, as always, after a session, after any session, it's time to fuel up, because remember, food is fuel. And we've made it back to the club safely and in one piece. I just want to talk to you before we fuel up about the Yam Squad Black Friday sale. So the hat I have on now is 50% off, because there's only a few left, so I want to make sure that they leave and go into the hands of the Yam Squad. And everything else is on sale too. There's also 30% off of the new training programs. So the custom training programs are fully dedicated to you. I will write them for you, and then we can discuss the workouts over Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or Instagram DM, and make sure you're improving and training right. And also, before the program's actually written for you, we have a phone call and we talk about your aims, your goals, and how fast you want to go, where you are now, and how we're going to get you to there. So there's 30% off that program as well as 50% off these, and then 10% off, at least 10% off everything else. So if you want to go ahead and check out the Yam Squad sale, go to the link in the description or head to yamsquad.com for a little bit of a sale on Black Friday today, day after Thanksgiving, to save some money and maybe some gifts for Christmas perhaps as well. But now it's time to fuel up. Oh yeah. And we've made it outside of the club for another day to finish off a pretty good day of training. Again, being thankful for the opportunities that we have. Weather's been pretty decent, even though we're heading into winter. The wind has died down so far. The rain has died down for a little bit as well. So hopefully the water here in Henley will be lowering and getting a bit more calm as we head deeper into the winter, into the dark months. But it'll be soon enough where the days start getting longer again as we approach the winter solstice at the end of December. But today, like I said, good day of training, getting in the pair and Caversham, working on the technique as the water becomes flatter and flatter, which is awesome. And like I said, tomorrow will be another opportunity to see how we do against each other, against the guys at Leander Club, which is absolutely awesome. And like I've said before, some of the guys have been invited to trials, so it's good to compare against them and see kind of how we could, in theory, do at trials if we were there. But that is for tomorrow. For today, lovely recovery tonight, fueling up, because remember, food is fuel, obviously, and enjoying the rest of the evening after a successful Friday. Hopefully all of you have had a great Friday, have had a great week, and I will see you tomorrow for another episode of the vlogs. And remember, As always, to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button. And I'll see you tomorrow.